Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing really, really good. I got a little bit of a stuffy, I don't know what's going on, like a spring cold or something.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on here. I shouldn't have that, but I think it's because my wife likes to open the windows at night and turn like 17 fans on in the room.
Whatever.
And I'm sleeping in a wind tunnel, Heidi. So can we close the window or something?
No.
All right. Coming up, we've got Tuesdays with Charlie. That's always fun. Last week, we learned that Charlie likes to eat dog food. So
I wonder what we'll learn this
He
week.
didn't say that he likes to. He just said over the years, he has tried different types of dog food. And he said the dry stuff is pretty good. Does that mean he tried the wet stuff and it wasn't?
Most likely.
I don't know. Well,
so bizarre.
Speaking of wise men, we've got a quote here from Socrates. Falling down is not a failure. Failure when you stay where you have fallen. Failure comes when you stay where you have fallen. So there
Agreed.
You go. I agree completely. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
John and Heidi.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Tuesday, May the 22nd, National Solitaire Day. You ever play that game, Solitaire?
I do. I like solitaire.
When I was a kid, my dad taught me to play that game, and when I met you, your grandmother used to play that game.
Both of my grandparents, and they're the ones who taught me.
And I was going to say, your grandparents' cards looked a lot like my dad's cards. They were all worn down, like you could barely even see them anymore. I think they played a lot of solitaire.
They absolutely played a lot of solitaire.
It's also National Buy a Musical Instrument Day today, National Maritime Day, and National Vanilla Pudding Day. I like vanilla pudding.
I like vanilla pudding.
What is your favorite kind of pudding? Do you have a favorite?
Probably vanilla pudding.
I think vanilla is probably right up there for me as well. Vanilla or chocolate. So maybe if you mix those two together, you'd be just perfect. I don't know if I've had another kind, butterscotch, but that's not my thing.
No,
so
yuck.
Vanilla, pretty good stuff. Get out there and celebrate however you'd like to celebrate on this 22nd day of May.
John and Heidi.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-818-3967. 800-818-3967. That's 800-818-3967. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
John and Heidi.
Coming up, we've got your brain on drugs, but first, 25 New Yorkers were recently hospitalized due to complications from synthetic marijuana that was made in New Jersey. So, you know the whole phrase, the grass is always greener on the other side?
Yeah.
Maybe not this time, because that grass put them in the hospital. 25 New Yorkers hospitalized because of complications from some terrible synthetic marijuana that was made in New Jersey. I think you should steer clear of that, period. It's a bad idea. And if this story isn't enough for you, then I'm sure that you could probably find others out there that would also lead to very bad things that happened. So just don't do that. We have your brain on drugs coming up.
John and Heidi.
Each day at this time, we talk about people doing dumb things under the influence, but addiction is no laughing matter. If you or someone you know needs help, there's a toll-free number you can call.
1-800-438-0380.
That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline.
1-800-438-0380.
And this is your brain on drugs. Massachusetts high school parking lot was shut down by officials when somebody reported a bomb in a student's car. Turns out it was not a bomb. It was a bong, B-O-N-G, not B-O-M-B. The anonymous phone call caused an immediate shutdown of the parking lot. Administrators, police, and fire officials thought they were looking for a bomb. They did find out that it was not a bomb. The student who they believe the caller was reporting, they said the caller empathetically and convincingly told school officials that they had indeed seen a bong on the phone. They thought they said
But
bomb.
they thought, yeah, that's what I assumed. That's where I thought you were going with it. They misunderstood on the phone.
Officials removed the students whose car was in question from class to conduct an investigation. Officials interviewed the student and searched their personal person, their backpack, and their locker, and the car. So, wow, that could have been really scary. And it was still, it's a bad idea to have that in your car, but it would have been a worse idea to have a bomb in your car, I guess. So, there you go. That's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen. Boy, I was so sick of hearing about the stupid wedding. I mean, the royal wedding.
Me too.
So that was a big deal over the weekend, and a lot of people were talking about that. So here's the thing. We're going to not talk about that. Instead, we're going to talk about somebody else. Kanye West. He's in the news. Now, he recently came out having a bunch of pro-Trump things that he said. And then I think it's interesting because now people are treating him terribly. And
before he was a god.
Yeah, Wendy Williams is one who said she told her fans that Kanye West, quote, is not well, quote, and that mental illness is real. Because he disagrees with you, he's mentally ill? That doesn't make a lot of sense. But here's somebody that might be mentally ill. Hillary Duff's neighbor told the NYPD that Hillary Duff's boyfriend punched him in the face because he was chain smoking near their property.
Whoa!
So he was outside smoking, and he would light another cigarette and smoke, and her boyfriend said, you smoke too much, and punched him in the face. There might have been a little more to it than that, but that's what I'm getting
Maybe
from
he
the
had
story.
asked him not to smoke on his property,
I don't know.
or maybe he was throwing his cigarette butts on their property.
No idea. All I know is that's not a way to treat a neighbor. It's a bad idea. This has been Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now, your scoop of the day, courtesy of 49bydesign.com. A top Israeli soccer team wants to rename the team to honor the President of the United States for moving the embassy to Jerusalem.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's I wonder what they would call it, though.
I don't know.
I don't know what you'd call a soccer team like that. I don't know. There's a game called Fortnite. I've never played this. Have you ever played this, Heidi?
No.
It's a third-person shooter game. Well, now they have over 42 million players around the globe, and it's still growing. Apparently, that's pretty popular. I've got a link to the stories, by the way, if you want to read these. A study by the University of Boulder, Colorado, found that kids who get too much screen time often have a hard time sleeping. Yeah, because they're too busy on their screens.
Right.
Last night, my wife made fun of me. I fell asleep holding my phone.
Holding your phone up.
My
Like your
eyes.
arm was up, and you were snoring. I was like, put your phone away.
I was checking Facebook. I had a busy day. I didn't have time, so I was kind of scrolling through, and I was so tired, my eyes kept going shut, and my thumb. I heard a click. My thumb hit the screen. I clicked on something I didn't mean to, and I woke up and I'm like scrolling through. And Heidi's like, "Would you just go to sleep?" I think this is me admitting I have a problem. So, University of Boulder, Colorado, they found kids who get too much screen time have a hard time sleeping. A survey by the Asurian Tech Company found the average person checks their phone every 12 minutes when they go on vacation. So this isn't even just a regular day. They're on vacation. They check their phone every 12 minutes on vacation. I don't know that I would do that. I know when we go on vacation, I do check my phone. And here's the thing you got to understand. It sounds like, well, you can't get away from work. But your phone is also your camera. Your phone is also, in some cases, your music player.
I leave my phone in the room on vacation.
I don't. I bring my phone with me because I use it to take photos of my beautiful wife so I can share with the world how much fun we're having. So have you ever noticed, like, all of our vacation photos are pictures from me of you? That's why.
Because I leave my phone in the room.
And I'm not a selfie guy. I don't do. It's just I feel so weird doing a selfie. I'm like, I'm 42 years old. I shouldn't be doing this. Beyonce is in the news. She purchased a 100-year-old New Orleans church for about $850,000. I wonder why.
Why? What is
she
she going to do with that?
I don't know. Maybe she's going to turn it into a home. I have no idea. And I think we got room. Do I have room for? Hopefully we have room for at least this one more, maybe two more. Merrill Hyde Magnet School in Middle Tennessee had to be evacuated after a science experiment went wrong, and it caused the hazmat situation that injured 17 students and a teacher. That's kind of sad. Emergency crews, thank goodness nobody's long-term damage or anything, but they had to leave the school. Emergency crews responded to the school. This is from like a week ago. Township Drive around 9 a.m. A chemical explosion took place inside a high school lab. Henderson police say that everybody was okay. There was some. They took them to make sure they're all right. But can you imagine doing that? I wonder if after the student was done mixing those chemicals and the school had to be evacuated, if the student said, "So, do I get an A?" I remember when I was a kid, my brother Jason, he's older than me. My brother Joe, he's a year younger than me. The three of us would mow a neighbor's yard, and then he would pay us with weird things. Like he would go to auctions and buy stuff, and we got a chemistry set one time for mowing his lawn. He'd gotten it at an auction. So we come home, no chemistry training whatsoever, and we start mixing things together, and we caused a big mess in our bedroom. So I can only imagine. I was on a much smaller scale than this. We didn't have to evacuate the house, but we had some gases and things boiling over, and yeah, it was not good. So I can relate. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
John and Heidi.
Do you have ideas for t-shirt designs, but you don't have a clue how to print them? Or maybe you'd like to have t-shirts and coffee mugs available to buy online with your business logo printed on them. There's a website that makes it easy. We set ours up in about 10 minutes. There's no sign-up fee, no minimum orders, no monthly fees. It's just a really easy way to put some cool items online for sale, and you get paid every time somebody buys them. You don't have to print or ship anything. Just sign up, upload your designs, and then let people know where they can get your cool stuff. More details available at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
John and Heidi.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone, we call my father-in-law for a little show we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic. That's good. I like fantastic. That's a good way to be. Do we have some really fun stuff we're going to learn about today?
Well, I don't know about fun, but we got some stuff here.
It's going to be tough to beat last week, but we're going to try. That was Heidi's favorite week ever.
It really was.
Somebody's not too bright here. I don't know who it is.
I'll plead the fifth. I don't want to incriminate anybody. I'll say this. I love both of you, and I'm glad you're both here.
No, you're not.
All right. So what are we going to learn today?
Hey, did you know that cows kill about 20 people a year?
Cows do?
Yep.
How?
You should also know that the World Championship cow chip thrower is held each April in Beaver, Oklahoma.
So if I want to throw a cow chip, that's the place to do it.
That's the place to do it, and watch out so you don't fall on a cow or a cow fall on you.
Well, if you see one coming, you should move over.
You hear this stuff, Charlie?
Wonder why I drink. Something that going down in Hawaii right now, volcanoes.
Yeah.
Okay, do you know that volcanic mud is sold as a hair moisturizer by several companies, including one called Just Mud?
Really?
Yeah, I could see that.
So they're probably getting a lot of that down in Hawaii right now.
There you go. Scoop up some mud and put it in your hair.
Yep. Hey, then I got 3 facts here about women.
Okay.
Women walk on average of 3 miles a day more than men.
Oh, wow.
8 out of 10 women say their shoes cause them pain. 9 out of 10 wear the shoes that are too small for them anyway. So.
Are you kidding me? Why? Why would you wear shoes that are too small for you?
Because they're fashionable.
No kidding.
No.
Heidi, your shoes, are they the right size or are they too small
I've got
for you?
a couple that are.
Do you?
That
Why
are
would you
small.
wear shoes that are too small?
Well, when they're on sale and they're super cute, you just got and they don't have your size.
Are you kidding me?
There you go.
Well, last week we learned that her dad eats dog food. And this week we learned that she'll squeeze her foot into a good-looking shoe no matter what the size. I have a pair of shoes that are too tight on me because you bought them for me thinking I was a half a size smaller. Only a half a size. And even after I stretched them out, I put them on just the other day and my foot was in there. I was like, man, these are so uncomfortable. So I don't wear them often. I used them while I was mowing the lawn. So that's it.
Why would you use uncomfortable shoes when mowing the lawn?
Because they're dirty and they've got paint on them and stuff. They're not comfy shoes. Oh, I can't wear them anywhere else anyway.
Okay.
I just don't want to ruin my good shoes. Not that I really have any good shoes these days, but, they're my better good shoes.
We're not talking about them black and white things, are we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Those are my good shoes.
The Vans.
Come on, leave me alone. You ready for a question, Charlie?
Whip it on me, because I was pretty good last week. I knew.
Yeah, you got one right. I was so excited. All right, here's your question. What percentage of photocopier accidents, like faults where they have a problem, worldwide are caused by people sitting on the thing copying their butt? What percentage of the actual problems with the copy machine was started by somebody sitting on it? What do you think?
Oh, I'd say at least 50%.
No, it's not quite that bad. It's 23%.
That's quite a few.
Yeah, 23% of all photocopier faults worldwide are caused by people sitting on them photocopying their tush.
Have you ever done that?
No, I've never done that.
I have done that.
Have you? Well, why does that not surprise me? Charlie, have you ever done that?
Even I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Me neither. I don't understand why I would want to do that. I caught a glimpse of myself in a mirror once back there. I was like, whoa, wow, that's not a good side. I don't think I want a copy of it.
Probably the only reason I haven't. Ours sits up pretty high on the ledge, so I'd have to hurt myself.
Otherwise, you would have. I know you would have. Don't even pretend.
How'd you put your back out again? Well, I was trying to climb up to the copy machine and slipped on a chair. Well, Charlie, it is always a pleasure to chat. Thank you so much for visiting with us today.
I'll do it again next week.
We will call you.
Okay.
All
Bye,
right.
Daddy.
Bye, Charlie.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there, we talk to him every week just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
John and Heidi.
In a world that constantly tells you you're not good enough,
12 easy ways to lose weight now.
It's easy to start believing that. I'm Amanda Johnson. I have a new perspective on the self-help genre. My book, Becoming Enough, A Heroine's Journey to the Already Perfect Self, will guide you to find your own happiness. Learn to block out the distractions of what the world thinks and learn to be happy with who you truly are. Becoming Enough. Available now on Amazon or learn more at amandajohnson.tv.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Ancient Egyptians slept on pillows made of stone. Hey, I think I did that once at a hotel. Maybe it only felt like that. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Millie, the White House dog, earned more than 4 times as much as President Bush in 1991. What was the dog doing to earn 4 times as much as the president? So Millie, the White House dog, in 1991 made 4 times more than President Bush.
I have no idea how the dog would be making money.
I don't know either. It doesn't make any sense.
Our dogs are terrible.
Yeah, our dogs don't do nothing. You guys need to earn your keep around the house, dogs. Come on. And we got room for one last fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Did you know the microwave was invented after a researcher walked by a radar tube and the chocolate bar in his pocket melted?
I did know that, actually.
Yeah, that's how the microwave was invented. There you go. A couple of fun facts, courtesy of LearnWithoutLoans.com.
If you're a business owner trying to do your own website, maybe it's time to get help. Or if you don't even have a website, it's definitely time for help. It's 2018. This internet thing is here to stay. At 49bydesign.com, we offer a simple plan to get you online for just $49 a month with no setup fee. This includes a website with the hosting and domain name included in the price. We have larger packages available, but this will get you online so people can find you in 2018. We're affordable by design at 49bydesign.com. That's 49bydesign.com.
It's time now for the grandiloquent word of the day. Today's word is Dumbledore. Dumbledore. What do you think Dumbledore means?
I don't know. It sounds like something from Harry Potter.
It kind of does. Isn't that like a name for? Is that Dumbledorf?
I don't know.
I don't know. We've not seen those. I know there's probably a whole lot of people that just rolled their eyes. One of the most popular movie franchises in history. Our daughter was watching one, and I oversaw a little bit of it, and I was like, "Oh, that's what that's all about."
Yeah.
Kid. It's like a
interesting
wizard or something. Back to work now. A Dumbledore is a bumblebee. Various large, hairy, often black and yellow bees of the genus Bombus type. A beetle can also be a Dumbledore, typically a cockroach or a dung beetle. A dandelion can be a Dumbledore, and a blundering person. So if you ever, fumble through something, if you have trouble pronouncing words, can't say what it's supposed to. I'm pretty sure the grandiloquent word people are calling me a Dumbledore. You ever get the feeling they're sending me messages here? Pretty sure. That's why this is today's grandiloquent word. Again, it's Dumbledore.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Now, some weird news for you on a Tuesday. Boca Raton, Florida is where we had, this could have been our fake news or Florida, but I already told you. A movie theater had to be evacuated when a popcorn maker triggered a fire alarm. Somebody thought there were gunshots. It was just the popcorn popping. Anyway, the police were called. The theater was cleared after the alarm had sounded. When they found out that there were no shots and it was just a smoking popcorn machine, everybody was able to come back inside. Says they were concerned until when the people inside were concerned when they saw officers coming in with weapons in their hands.
Well, yeah.
I thought it was just maybe somebody burning popcorn. Then the police showed up with their guns drawn. Management came out, told us to leave. After evacuating the theater and searching, police said on Twitter that there were no indications of shots fired at this time. So it was just a smoking popcorn machine. I have had that same type of problem myself. Here's what happened for me. Some of the little kernels didn't pop, and I didn't turn off the little thing that spins around fast enough. And when I say fast enough, I mean I went in the other room, came back in, I was like, whoa, it's kind of smoky in
Shocker.
here. Not a good plan. I don't encourage you to do that. Maybe pay attention while making popcorn. That would be a good idea. Coming up, we've got your moment of duh. A very sad moment of duh today, but a moment of duh nonetheless. This is just a sad story because this guy is no longer with us because of something very, very, very bad idea that he decided, hey, what a good idea. Bad idea. Take a listen. A man was mauled to death by a wounded bear when he tried to take a selfie with the animal. This is such a bad idea. He was with a group of friends returning from a wedding when he stopped to use a bathroom in India. They were in India. This is where this happened. And he spotted an injured animal. The other passengers in the SUV tried to stop the man, but his mind was made up. The bear charged at him and killed him after a brief struggle. Forest officials say he died at the scene. Authorities say his companions watched and, sadly, recorded the entire incident on their cell phones instead of trying to help.
What?
But how would you get out and help? They told him numerous times on the record, on the recording, leave the bear alone. Don't do this. It's a bad idea. Then he got mauled to death and he got killed. Were you supposed to jump in and also get killed trying to save the guy who wouldn't listen to you?
Well, I don't know, but you don't film it.
I think it's...
That's disgusting.
The whole thing is just really sad. The entire thing. And again, it's a moment of duh, and I feel really bad that it's here because somebody lost their life, but don't try to get a selfie with a bear. It's not going to end well. Really, it's not going to end well. Here's the story. I've got a link to it in our show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
In a world that constantly tells you you're not good enough,
12 easy ways to lose weight now.
It's easy to start believing that. I'm Amanda Johnson. I have a new perspective on the self-help genre. My book, Becoming Enough, A Heroine's Journey to the Already Perfect Self, will guide you to find your own happiness. Learn to block out the distractions of what the world thinks and learn to be happy with who you truly are. Becoming Enough. Available now on Amazon or learn more at amandajohnson.tv.
Time now for fake news or Florida. You ready, Heidi?
I am ready.
I've had some time to prepare, and I got some doozies here. Okay, you tell me if you think this is fake news or something that really happened in Florida. A woman dressed as a turkey was arrested for shoplifting. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
It's a true story. I thought that would get you. How about this one? Fake news or Florida? A woman was arrested for smuggling a baby monkey out of a zoo in a picnic basket. Fake news
Florida.
or Florida? You think that's Florida?
Yeah.
You're incorrect. It's fake news.
Oh, because I would do that.
I know you would. I think we've talked about this. Somebody that they tried smuggling a monkey out in her purse or something, but that was not in Florida, apparently. Couple of stories right there. I've got a link to each of those on our... Actually, there's just one that really happened, so I got a link to that. The other one was just made up. If you would like to contribute a fake news or Florida story... I love it when you send the fake news. You guys are way more creative than me. You can do that through our website, johnandheidishow.com. This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of Odiva. That is a monthly subscription service just for the ladies. All the details are at radiosavings.com. And this is this is kind of an interesting thing. A story that I think it's good news, and it's one of those things where you just got to kind of wonder. It says, husband's hunch saves woman who fell asleep watching TV. So, again, a normal evening in Cincinnati when Bobby Bird fell asleep watching television with her husband Ron, but it would turn out to be anything but normal. He said he heard Bobby suddenly make a strange sound even though she was sleeping. He also added, heated a voice. Heated a voice? I don't know if that means, is that right? Heated a voice? Does that mean that you did?
Heated a voice means you heard it and you...
Okay. Telling him to call 911. It's a good thing he did because she was suffering a stroke. As fate would have it, Dr. Andy Ringer was on call that night, and Bobby was taken to the emergency room. Ron prayed for help. He said, I'm thinking to myself, this isn't real. I said, Lord, I know you are here, but I need some reassurance that this is going to be okay. About 20 minutes later, in a strange turn of events, Dr. Ringer came walking in. He said, Andy, I'm your niece's husband. How cool is that? The neurosurgeon had earlier seen his patient's name and realized, hey, I'm married to her aunt. No, I'm married to her niece. This is the aunt of the lady that I'm married. They had never met, though. So even though they had never met, they are related. The neurosurgeon, Andy, is one of the few surgeons in the country who's trained to perform a groundbreaking procedure that can reverse the onset from a stroke. But it has to be done early, and it was, and everything's going to be fine because... he didn't wait. He saw this happen, and he was like, I think there's something going on here. And he took her to the hospital right away. Think about how many times and how many people, if you're sleeping and you hear some funny noise, you'd go, what is going on over there? And if he would have waited, there would have been disastrous outcome, but he didn't wait. So that's some really good news right there.
That is very cool.
I make all kinds of weird noises when I'm sleeping. So my wife over here, she just pokes me and says, would you quit making noise and go to sleep?
Actually, I'm up almost all the time listening for you to make sure you are breathing, because there are many times you quit making any noises, and I'm just like, okay.
Oh, I take a deep breath after a while.
Yeah, after not breathing at all.
I can't sleep on one side. If I sleep on one side, I stop breathing.
Yeah, every time you try to roll over, which is kind of nice, really. If you try to lay on one side to snuggle with me, I have to be like, you can't lay like that because you can't breathe.
Can't breathe. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can do it for a while. Okay, I'm going to just roll over now. All right.
So I get my own side of the bed, which is
we should swap sides. I think that would be I just thought of that. I could sleep 18 years, but we could swap sides and see how that works.
I kind of like my side.
This has been your good news, courtesy of Odiva. Again, all the details on our website about the story. You can find that in our show notes at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for listening on a Tuesday.